So, I followed an NPC, but I don't... As much as I love to have footage of that for you guys, it decided that it wanted to cut it off at the halfway point. So instead, I'm going to describe it to you while I overlay this footage on top of what I'm saying right now. Basically, what happened was, I followed a maintenance NPC for about half an hour, and in the process, I encountered another player, as well as a pair of NPCs that decided that they wanted to talk, and they did all sorts of things. I think one of them even exchanged information with the other. Now, granted, they're only miming the actions, and they're not actually doing them right now, but even that's a step above what they had, where they literally just stood in place. And I think the next step is going to be where they will actually get on the trains with us, to the point that we will basically be able to track them from starting at one certain point through a journey that takes us on a train to another location, and then back to where we started at our hab, where they open the door, and then they go to sleep. And then they do the same thing the next day, because there is actually a night-day cycle on Hurston, because the planet rotates. Not every planet in the game rotates. Well, actually, no, it's the only planet in the game. Not every stellar object in the game rotates right now, but Hurston is one of them that does rotate. And subsequently, that also means that the NPCs can have a night-day cycle linked to that rotation, so that it becomes seamless. It's pretty cool. But right now, that is currently not the case, because NPCs cannot get on the train. Either way, it seems as if they're improving faster than I can fucking make content for. So I'm getting this out, at least so that I can show that there's something there. It may not there may not quite be what you'd be able to have a lot of fun with exactly, but I do know that it is still fun to explore, and Lorville is huge. Like, it's 24 square kilometers in size. We can't access all of it, but what we can access is enough that you're able to get lost, even if you do follow the signs sometimes, because sometimes you might get distracted by something, turn around, and if you don't have a landmark, then bam, you're fucking lost. But other than that, I would still recommend going to Lagville, because it seems as if it's not actually that much of a Lagville anymore. And if that's the case, then that's a good sign for what's to come when they add even more things to that area and open up the areas that were closed off, as well as adding the business district, which will have things like banks, more apartments, and other things. All in all, there's still quite a decent amount to do that'll keep you occupied, at least until they start patching some of these issues. And when you actually do have missions working, I will be one of the first people to tell you that missions are working, because there's a ridiculous amount of missions right now, but they're all currently broke as all hell. So they don't really count right now, but as soon as they fix what's causing the missions to not work, there's going to basically be an explosion of content that I'll be able to tell you about, and I will have a hard time covering due to how much it has. Either way, this has been a really short thing. Thanks for sticking around for this long, and I will catch you in the next video.